yes, I'd be happy to show you how to make meatloaf. And my husband wasn't upset about this request either. Today I'm going to teach you the secrets to a juicy and tender meatloaf. Let's get started.
First, put 3 eggs in a container. Add a cup of milk and 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Whisk everything together. Set that aside, and then in a large bowl, put 2.5 pounds of 80-20 ground beef, chicken, or turkey, or a combination of the 3. Today I'm using 1 pound of ground beef and 1.5 pounds of ground turkey. Add 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs or crushed soda crackers, and then 1/2 of a sweet onion that's been minced. 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of coarse ground pepper, a tablespoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of dried parsley, 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes if you like, 1.5 teaspoons of ground basil, 1.5 teaspoons of ground oregano, a teaspoon of ground paprika. Then add your wet ingredients. Mix everything together using your hands. You don't want to over-mix it or your meatloaf will be tough. Oh yeah, and don't forget the 8 ounces of grated cheddar cheese, like I almost did. There we go, that's much better. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Then put your meatloaf in a bread pan and pop it in the oven for 1 hour. While that cooks, let's make our yummy glaze. In a bowl, put 1/3 of a cup of ketchup, 1/3 of a cup of barbecue sauce, 1/3 of a cup of tomato paste, 1/3 of a cup of balsamic vinegar, and 1/4 of a cup of molasses. That's right, molasses. Add 1/2 a cup of brown sugar, 1/8 of a teaspoon of sea salt, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. And whisk it together like you mean it. When your meatloaf's ready, take it out of the oven and spread 1 cup of the glaze over the top. Make room on your tray for the bowl of glaze and pop them both back in the oven until your meatloaf reaches 165 degrees in the middle, about 30 more minutes or so. Look at that. Shut up.
And of course, serve with the sauce.